does and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran in his 9th season now in the league.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play.
Set, ready. Set.
Young.
That's complete. It's Jalen Polk.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Young now from the 50.
That's pulled in by Brooks.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Come on, set. Ready, go. Set.
They go play action. Young. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
First play of the drive going for 14 and the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Running on first down with Ware. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, Barlow. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Colts at 12-2 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, You show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Previous play is under review.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. They'll run straight ahead with Ware. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 43 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
19 Tiger. Go!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They will run with Ware. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. That one.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. They'll start on the ground with Brooks, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this Colt defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. And in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brooks. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Here we go. Hut. Ready.
Running the toss to Brooks here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Now a 3rd and 6.
Here we go, set.
Young now. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. In motion, the tight end.
A give to Ware. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 59 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Barlow. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Hey.
On the handoff, it's Ware. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
70.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
He finds McCoy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Okay, great.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. Panther 11.
Now it's Richardson.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Smith, red. Black swap.
Looking to throw, Young.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And some room to roam now. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. They'll run now with Ware. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On first down, they run again with Ware. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And again, this is Ware. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Check pink.
Now here's Young. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Go.
Throwing, Young. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Trap 60, trap 60. Stop below 18. Let go.
A final shot before the half. Richardson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Colts offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
Come on, come on.
They'll run on first down. Barlow, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Here we go. Start. Go.
On first down, Barlow. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Running this slant, and he finds Mitchell.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Adonai Mitchell
from 13 yards out.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check White. Switch.
Young to throw it.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter from Charlotte.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
It's Young off play action.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Ligon.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Ready?
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't
Let's
jump
go.
early, and give them free yardage.
Set.
To throw, Young. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Colts offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Powers through him. Ware breaking the tackle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Richardson going to change the play here.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Lions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go now.
Richardson.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a handoff up the middle. Barlow. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
70 Lions. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Let's go now. Set.
Now Young. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here comes third and about a foot.
19, Tiger, 19. Let's go.
They'll try and run with Ware. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Cowboy 80.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
19 Cardinal, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Now Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he's got it. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? From the gun, they run with Ware. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers about ready to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man. That's Liggett.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Carolina. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Waters. And they're going to speed things up here.
60 average. Panther 11. Trap 50. Trap 60. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Richardson working from the gun.
Over the middle complete. That's McKenzie.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the